Good.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Everyday Divinity, a game set in the Scion 2nd Edition system. To give you a little background about the Scion 2nd Edition system, the world is much like our own. Same level of technology, roughly the same historical occurrences. The main difference is that every pantheon, every myth, and every legend is true for a given value of true. There are, Poseidon and several other gods of the ocean or sea cause, hurricanes, typhoons. Some gods handle earthquakes. There are many gods of fire. Monotheism is still the main set of religions, but in the world of Scion 2nd Edition, in the world that we are playing in, you will also find shrines and cults and timeshares for churches. You will find that the gods very much still meddle in the affairs of man. However, they usually do it through proxies. Sometimes, say Loki carves a child out of a tree, breathes life into him or her or them, and sends them out into the world. Maybe Thor incarnates ever so slightly and sends a fraction of himself to live a life for a while. Possibly he has a child or two before he goes back to the overworld. And those children, these creations carry a spark, just a little spark of the divine in them. Some of them will go their entire lives being a little different, a little better, maybe faster, stronger, smarter, better looking, and never know that they were more or could be more. Others will receive a visitation when their parents, or sometimes, because poaching is a thing that the gods will do to each other, a rival god will say hi and kindle that spark into something more. Our characters here are all still sparks. Sparks living in the small Pacific Northwestern town of Merleville. You'll find out more about Merleville as we continue, but just know that some of them know exactly what they are. Some of them do not. But all of them, because of that spark, are just a little more likely to attract the attention of fate. And fate, as we all know, loves to weave. So, we're going to go ahead and start with introductions. I'm going to roll a d6 because, fate and luck go hand in hand. And we're going to start with Nick.
Anyway, not really sure what number was rolled, but it doesn't really matter because I was the one that was selected. So I am here 2 nights a week. The first day I am here is Thursday playing Grant in our City of Mist campaign, but that night doesn't matter because tonight we are playing the Scion 2nd Edition, which we already introduced as Everyday Divinity. Tonight I'm playing Xander Milanoe, and you'll get to learn a little more about what he does and, his interests, hobbies, and potentially some of his family as we go down. So I'm going to go throw it over to Kevin for the next set of introductions.
Oh, first of all, it's good to be here just as a player. This is a lot of fun. I'm doing things. I'm running 2 games on Monday, or to be more accurate, I'm running the same game twice, but with 2 different groups of people to see how different it could get, and it already did. So tune into that, set in ancient mythical Greece, based roughly on the Pandora's box stories. And then every second Wednesday, I have the joy, the pleasure, and the outright terrible fun of playing in one of Hellhound 20's games. This one's set in the amazing Humblewood world. It's so sweet and so wonderful and so floral and so incredibly deadly that it's sheer D&D, but I get to be a 3 foot tall pigeon with an Irish accent. So I couldn't have more fun than that. Yes, it's a bard. And then tonight I get to be in this, where I am playing Saul S., who is definitely not a bard. And I will hot the potato to the Scarred Adventurer.
Hello, I am the Scarred Adventurer. Tonight you have found me as Zane Dawson.
in our brand new everyday Divinity game being run, of course, by Batka, which we're all so excited to be in, and it's just it'll be fun to reveal more about who we are and everything as time goes on. Otherwise, you'll find me on Sundays, Arthur Wolf, in our Shadow of the Voctrim game. On Tuesdays, you'll find me as Barlam in our Rise of the Temple game. Sorry, our Shadow of the Voctrim game is run by Siosa. Our Rise of the Temple game, which is on Tuesday, where I play Barlam, is run by True Shadowmancer. Wonderful person. Both of them are wonderful people. And Barlam is a 2-foot tall stoat that steals things, because why not? On our alternate Wednesdays, I am running our game of Oracle Force with a bunch of crazy people that have agreed to be in it. And otherwise, on Thursdays, you'll find me as I'm still confused about the name at this point. Noel Harper Sat Nile in our Deviant Paradox game, which is tremendous fun, and I look forward to doing a bunch of stuff and just watching the chaos unfold as everything goes on in all of the games I'm in. Otherwise, when I'm not here on Dirty 20 Gaming, playing one of those wonderful characters or running a game, I'm with. You'll find me working with Tango Productions to bring stuff and/or things to your sensory organs eventually in the future. Mentioning Tango Productions, I'm going to hot potato it over to our Sarah, which clearly cursed but muted.
Oh no, I was doing mom stuff in the background. I got a toddler birthday tomorrow, so I'm still doing stuff for that in the background.
Oh man, I'll bet.
Hey, my name is Sarah. I go by Sans on the Discord. I am on this channel 5.5 nights a week. I am here tonight as Alexandria. Fuck, I forgot how to say the last name.
No, it's Melanoe.
Illinois. The fact this is gonna be a running joke with this character, I think, is the last name now, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's gonna be Alexandria. Fuck it by about week 3.
Okay, chat is saying Mel in Oe. Oe?
Oh,
Oe, okay.
He just wants you to go wee at the end of the sentence.
Sure, okay. Oh, thank you. On our Sunday game, 7th Siege Shadow of the Voctrim, I play Rose and Nyx. My partners made me lose my ability to keep secrets. Monday, Pandora's Gift Nightcap. I play Clarity Palace, the best healer ever.
Yep.
I can't look at chat ever.
Yep.
On our Tuesday game, Rise of the Temple, I play Echo of House Wolf. Wednesday, Mask Oracle Force, I play Nightwish. Probably won't be leader much longer. I need to change that one.
Saying that.
Yeah, it's from the insanity that happened. And on Thursday game, our City of Mist campaign, Deviant Paradox, I am the DM of the insanity. Just come watch it. And other than that, you can find me working on Tango Productions with Scarlet Venture and Rock Paper Fox, and stuff and things will come out eventually. We have plans. We have so many plans. We all just need to be settled. And I think I'm gonna have to hop it over to our wonderful producer for tonight, Ruth.
Hi, that's me. Why the fuck did my note? I had to fix the title. I didn't put the episode title in, so I did that retroactively, so I was listening to no one's introductions. Hi, I'm Ruth. You found me. I am here on Monday in the Pandora's Gift Suncast as Xenon Alcides, Cleric of Nyx. Tuesdays in Rise of the Temple as Ish, one half of our badass cat twin monks. Alternate Wednesdays in our Oracle Force game as Trek, other physics-based bullshit. Thursdays as Nora Avalon in Deviant Paradox. Today as Juliet Fairchild and humble producer, I guess. I was
don't be humble. Don't no.
No, I was
don't. Be proud,
The
loud
way I
producer.
set the screens before this, it felt like I was a burnt out art student. Thank you, my
Yeah.
love.
Yes, that's how you know you're one of us.
Yeah.
Uh,
So humble producer wasn't the right word. I just didn't know how to say that in short words. Today and Sundays, I am here as Runa Ingvald's daughter in Shadow of the Vocterm. That is all from me.
Back to me. Well, tonight I am your Weaver of Fate, also known as Bat Kyle, also known as I Can't Watch Twitch Chat, also known as Why Are You Like This? You can find me running this game on Fridays as long as they continue to put up with me, and you can find me on Sundays playing Len, the Rizzler, aka Disaster Magnet, Costin. And otherwise, you can generally find me in the chats of most of the other games mentioned, being a menace and trying to break people, especially Sarah.
She's the easiest to break.
It's so much fun, though.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And just as an additional little fun thing for Friday nights, we're going to enact an everyone must have Twitch chat open rule. There is no escape. We'll see how badly that messes with the game.
The Weaver of Fate says it so.
But so we're going to go ahead and start off again with a roll of the fate die based on the way I have people lit out here, which is Kevin, Scarred, Ruth, Nick, Sarah. And of course, 6 will be either dealer's choice or reroll, whatever I feel like at the time. I am drinking mimosas while I'm doing this, so we're
As
just
you
gonna have
should.
to see how it goes.
I saw
as
your
I
fancy
should.
cup and I was like, that's a special drink.
Yeah. Thank you, my love, Ways of Gloriosa, also a wonderful producer. Many
We
nights
love
on
you,
here.
Glory.
There you go. So let's see.
Oh.
We are starting with Saul.
Oh.
So it is evening in the fall.
Yep.
I don't know that Saul necessarily cares much about dates exactly, but the weather in the Pacific Northwest around the beginning of fall is biting, but it's not quite unbearable cold yet. That will be the winter months. What is Saul doing this evening? What would he be doing to pass the time?
In a little waste area, like maybe there used to be a house here, but there isn't anymore. There's a couple of rows of Xander's plants in the background. Solus is sitting like crouched down on the ground, and the crouch with your feet on the ground, your butt on your heels, and just staring down in front of him. He's eating a tomato that he took off one of the plants, and he's watching a bug and a stick. The bug climbs up and falls over, climbs up and falls over, and climbs up and falls over. And I forgot to mention, Saul is really little. Like he's only 5 feet tall, standing all the way up with his shoes on. So crouched down, it's almost like a child watching this bug. And after about 10 times, he just very quietly reaches down and moves the stick. And the bug walks along. And he nods and he back rolls from that position. There's back rolls, twists around, lands on his feet, going the other way, and just starts to run because he has just expressed one of his god's features, opening the door, opening the way, and for that he now does his service by going for a run to connect with that god.
The gods haven't really spoken to Saul since he came to Merleville. Obviously, he still has his faith, and in very small ways, he still feels a connection in just little things, bits of serendipity, finding a bit of money when he's hungry, or just somebody to feed him, finding a bit of shelter when he needs to sleep and doesn't necessarily want to go to one of the available shelters. On this night, after he has shown his devotion and begins to run, something that hasn't happened to him for quite a long time happens. He hears a song just at the edge of his hearing. Can't quite make out the words. Can't quite grasp exactly what the song is, but he knows it intrinsically. And it's calling him. It's coming from a certain direction, a little northeast of where he is right now.
Just the running pace to match the song. And it's not just running, but it's also not parkour. Like the moves aren't for flash; they're because they're the most efficient way to get from here to there.
Yep.
So it's a flow, but he adjusts the speed and this. If you listen to the footsteps, he's changed it to match the beat of the music, and he just flows. He allows the music to open the way. This is his payoff because Saulus is a true believer. This is the gods, whether it is or not. He believes it is, so he just turns and heads towards it.
Okay. To anybody watching, even though they're going to forget him very
Yes.
quickly because that
Yep.
is part of Saul's nature. While it isn't for flash, it is worship. It is poetry and dance in motion, almost inhuman in its grace. And even though it doesn't stick with them at the top of their mind, some part of them remembers, and in a small way, it just lifts a few spirits that could use it at that time. Just a little bit of everyday magic. The song leads him towards the poorer parts of town, even past the lot where he was, for better or for worse, possibly unadvisedly sampling some of Xander's hybrids and experiments. Which might also explain why the bug kept falling off of the stick, but we're going to leave that up to your imaginations.
Yeah.
The song gets a little stronger and a little stronger until he reaches what is obviously an abandoned logging yard. Logging is, while not thrilling to a great portion of the population of Burleyville, is one of the major sources of income and one of the bigger employers in the town right now. But even they, have moved, have, left stock they couldn't sell to rot. And this is one of those locations. He knows that this is a place where some of the least fortunate have also carved out a little bit of shelter, a little place of their own to retreat to, especially because it happens to be kind of near to a couple dive bars and a liquor store. The kind of liquor store with the grating over the front and iron bars on the front door, and usually with plenty of cheap liquor. And as he approaches, before he can actually see anyone, because the walls, the fences are still up, and the less fortunate have put up cardboard and plastic and things to make it harder to see in, he hears a couple voices. One of them he recognizes as Benji Lakes, kind of a day laborer for the town, somebody who's known and generally isn't known to cause problems, but also isn't known to accept any kind of help. And people have tried to help him before for his alcoholism. And from the sound of things, he had definitely found at least a bottle tonight because his voice is slurred and slow. And you hear him say, "What are you doing here, Steve? You've been gone for days. Where'd you go?" The voice that follows sounds not like another inebriate, not like somebody who's trashed or spends a lot of their time, forgetting the world. The voice is energetic and confident as he says, "Benji, I met someone. Not a girl. Don't worry, not like that. But I met someone who's changed my life. He taught me so much. He showed me some truths that I just couldn't accept the way I was. He's just explained everything that I needed to know, and I want you to come meet him." And Benji obviously isn't having any of that. You can hear him just me. I don't want to meet nobody. I got this bottle and I'm comfortable, and I don't know. You look kind of kind of weird, Steve. Why do you look like that? Is Soul trying to get closer to see what's going on, or is he just listening?
Oh yes. Against his better judgment, then yes, the ability that I currently have before we start the knack I currently have active is beyond memory, so it just
Okay.
means they can't see me if we don't fight. But yeah, I will absolutely. You said there's plastic covering things like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
stop
there are
near one.
places
Yeah,
that he
and
could climb
just
to. Okay, just pull it to the side.
yeah.
All right, give me. Actually, we'll just take that roll that you did, the unobtrusive visitor, or did you want to do a fresh roll?
I was thinking in this case subterfuge cunning maybe just
Yeah,
to
go
do
for it.
the skills and attributes thing. Okay.
Sounds good. Give me the roll. Let's see what you got.
No additional dice, and I'm not bluffing, so no enhancements. Yes, 8 dice, 7 successes.
All right. So yeah, absolutely nobody noticed you're there.
Good.
Feral cat passes by while you're trying very hard not to be seen and does not even register your
Yeah.
presence. When you look through the little gap, you see Benji much as you would expect to see him, an older gentleman, weathered, not much hair left up here, but what's there is graying, unkempt facial hair, kind of dirty and matted, wearing fourth hand clothing, and clutching a bottle of something that probably originally started life as paint thinner
Oh
and
yeah.
didn't really
Mhm.
change that much.
Yes.
However, Steve looks almost dapper. The suit that he is wearing is not new, but it is obviously cleaned and well cared for. It's a charcoal gray double-breasted suit with a white shirt underneath and a little neat bow tie. His
Uh-huh.
hair is neatly done. He's wearing a smart little pair of spectacles. His skin looks weirdly smooth for someone you are certain should look a lot more like Benji, even after several baths and the change of clothes and maybe a visit to a stylist.
Yeah.
Um, and he seems to, even to from where you are, he seems to sort of burn with a fervent energy, the true believer kind of energy.
Yeah.
And he says to Benji, you need to stop this life, Benji. I can help you. We can help you live a better life. We can help you be more. And Benji is still unmoved. And he doesn't even really say anything. He just sort of sways, takes a sip from his bottle, turns his head, shakes his head, and turns around to leave. And that's when Steve seems to lose that televangelist light charisma that he
Yep.
was holding, and his hand lashes out with surprising speed and clocks Benji in the back of the skull. Benji just drops like a puppet whose strings were cut. And Steve, you can catch his eyes for just a moment in the flames of the nasty little trash fire that Benji had going.
Yeah.
And you don't see any eyes. The sockets are completely empty. And he goes to lift Benji up and starts to drag him away. Is Soul going to intervene, or is he going to follow? What is the action here?
It's God work. Follow. Um, yeah, I'm just looking for the right. Yeah, he mutters a small prayer to Oshosi, the bow hunter, asking for a blessing on his dexterity and his ability to not be seen while he's hunting
Okay.
his prey, and he will follow.
All right. So Steve drags Benji out of the lumber yard and to a older model but well-maintained Corolla. Olive green, just a very unobtrusive sort of vehicle, especially for this neighborhood. Surprisingly, it's kept all its tires and hubcaps in the time he's been away from it. Crime isn't super terrible in Burleyfield, but there is still crime, especially in areas like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
He pops the trunk and loads Benji in with surprising ease for someone who doesn't look like they should be able to lift what they do. I mean, he's not a big strapping gent. He's still kind of got that raw boned thinness that you would expect from a recently recovered long-term alcoholic.
Is there any sign of life from Benji?
Benji he's makes a few sort of sounds, and you can tell he's still breathing. Like he hasn't been killed. He's just been knocked out the hard way.
Yeah.
The trunk closes. Steve gets in the car, starts it up, and starts to pull away. You can catch the license plate.
Yeah.
Yep. I forgot to make that up, so we're just saying you've got the license plate. We'll cover that later.
Yep.
And he doesn't peel out, but he's definitely driving faster than the speed limit.
Not he didn't. Not in the Corolla, he didn't.
No. You managed to. You're still following the car too, or are you just observing once it's pulled away?
I'm going to move in its direction. I mean, it's going to gap me, but until it turns a corner or something, I will move in that general direction just to get an idea if I can, what part of the city or town, or what part of the town it's headed for.
It drives further north for about 3 blocks before making a right on Haversfield Road. And once you get to that corner and turn it, even though you should probably still be able to sort of get an idea of where it's gone, there's no sign of the car. Either it turned again, maybe it went to one of the buildings. It's hard to say, but you've lost it. And as soon as that's gone, the song that you were hearing stops, and a new one starts, going back south towards the heart of the town.
There's zero thought. It's just turn, roll, go.
Okay, and we'll get to what that results in a little later. So, next person up, Juliet.
Unmute here.
Once you're unmuted, you can
unmute here. Hi.
There we go. Hi. What would Juliet be doing in the evening on a rather nice, little brisk, but overall nice fall evening in Merleyfield?
You already know she's ghost hunting.
I do know, but I had to check. You could have thrown me for a curve there.
If it was during the day, maybe she'd be doing something different. Actually, she would be. She does have a job.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So, was there a particular target that caught Juliet's interest, or is she going somewhere she's been before?
I assume we want to have her in the city.
In the city or at the edges of the city?
Okay, she's probably in the forest, just outside the city.
Forest just outside the city? Right. Looking at a property that's no longer there, searching for a graveyard that was recorded but not found. How is she ghost hunting in the forest?
She is searching in the dark parts of the woods, probably noted to her by Xander.
Okay. All right. Yep. Doing something a little different from the house hunting, and I am here for it. So thus far, the hunt has been unfortunately disappointing. None of her equipment is giving her any real readings. The one time she thought she might find something, it turned out to be an owl that was eating a mouse.
Also, I will say she specifically only uses old technology.
Okay. Nope, I love it.
Polaroids, the lot.
Polaroids in the lot. So, all right. So what skill combination of attributes and skills would she use to note or just to notice that she is being followed?
Is she being followed by something human?
Possibly.
Because give me a second. Let me look at the attributes because I know what skill I'd like her to use.
Okay.
Either occult and resolve or occult and composure. What do we think?
Let's do occult and composure.
Cool. Additional dice now. Oh, actually, specialties, would that be an enhancement or extra dice? Because I have not afraid of the occult.
An enhancement is an extra die. So you
Okay.
get one extra die specifically for this.
Okay, so I take that extra die?
Yes. Nice. 4 successes. Okay. So let me do this real quick. That's not going to do it. She knows that there's something with her now. She's not exactly certain when it joined her, but whatever it is not something natural. And it is not something human.
If she turns... Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was going to say it's the tingle at the back of the neck, the fine hairs there, the feeling of being watched. But there aren't any sounds, no physical keys to tell her, exactly where it's coming from, just that it is here and she is being observed.
If she turns to look, does she see anything?
She does. But something odd. When she turns to look, whips around with her flashlight, she sees a shadow where there shouldn't be one. But not seeing anything to cast that shadow. Something almost humanoid reflected temporarily against a tree nearby before it slips out of the beam to the left.
Can she quickly try and take a photo? As soon as she sees it.
She can. Give me actually, once again, this is going to be, what would you call for that? I would say probably dexterity, and might even be just a straight dexterity roll.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll see how this goes.
Tech, maybe?
Technology?
Yeah, let's go with
And then
dexterity technology.
You've got a specialty in that, so that's an enhancement or an extra die?
That is an enhancement. An enhancement is an extra die.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an automatic success if you rolled one success.
Nope, that's it. Crap. So it is just one automatic free success. Sorry.
Okay,
it's my
so
first
not
time running, everybody.
Die.
Oh, hey. Oh, I'm surprised I remembered anything I read. So win-win for both of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dose. Successes.
2 successes. All right. So you manage to flick up the Polaroid, you get the click. You're not going to be able to tell whether you got anything just yet. You got to get the little shaky shake or wait. But it slips away again. And while you are focused on it, you hear from behind you somebody crashing, sort of pushing their way through the bushes. And
just gonna check the sound.
Turn around. Okay.
Yeah.
When she turns around, she sees an older, kind of heavyset guy wearing one of the orange reflective construction vests. He's got a yellow hat on, a little tag that says Bill Mathers, surveyor, on it, and he looks frantic. He's breathing heavily. He stops as soon as he sees her, but it's pretty clear from sort of the destruction behind them that he has just been bullying his way through the forest. And he stops and gasping, and he's got sweat pouring down his face. His pupils are really wide. His skin is pale. He's like, "Oh God, oh thank God, I found somebody. I feel like I've been out here for days. We were up by the lake doing some surveying, and I I I got separated. I went to pee on a tree, and when I turned back around, everybody was gone.
Do you need help out of the forest?
I
Mind you,
think so.
looking at, she's just offering to help. Mind you,
Yeah,
she
but-
is 6'1" in the shoes she wears.
Yep.
Her height without
she's
the
got-
shoes is 5'10".
No, I respect the big goth platforms.
She's not wearing platforms.
in-
She's wearing 3-inch heels, buddy.
other
4-inch
channel-
heels.
we're in field.
In the middle of the forest too.
She's able to walk in them.
Walk on your
Yeah.
toes, baby. Walk on your
Yeah.
toes.
That's how you do it.
Ballerina-
She knows how to
ballerina heels.
maneuver in heels quietly.
He's like, I think so. Yeah, if you know a way out. I haven't slept in what feels like forever. I've just been moving. It feels like there's something out there hunting me, but I never see anything.
I'm sure everyone
you seen
feels
anything?
that way sometimes. A shadow, but just a shadow. Follow me.
Like, I'm pretty sure you're a witch, but okay.
She's just looking at him with big eyes, waiting for him to start following her as she starts walking.
He does start following. And he's just, part of him's just kind of muttering under his breath, like, creepy fucking place. I knew I shouldn't have come out here. It's bad enough we gotta fight the town and get lost. Endless freaking forest. And weird but thankfully helpful witch ladies. And I'm leaving here. I don't need to. And as he's finishing, I don't need to. You just hear a sort of choked, strangled sound from behind you.
She's turning around with her camera out,
All right.
ready to snap a picture.
Ready to, and all she sees is the lower half of his body, some pretty battered and stained camel pants and work boots being sucked up into the canopy overhead.
So that's a sick picture.
That is a very sick picture. Then you hear a scream of pain and terror, followed by a screech that sounds like somebody gave a bat an amplifier and put them in the bottom of a cave. No, nobody put any fingers in any bats. This is not that kind of game yet.
Yet?
Well, I'm not ruling anything out, but and then silent and the patter of blood.
I just saw a man die. Well, poor guy. She's just gonna continue back to the city. She doesn't need that smoke. She doesn't inspect. She does trying to see what happened. See if anything's still there, though she doubts it.
She finds one of his boots way out of reach up in the branches. It's rather liberally covered in blood, and it looks like there might be some bones sticking out of the cuff, but it's hard to say, and it's not anywhere she can get to.
The forest will deal with that. And she's gonna head back to the city.
All right. And as she approaches the city, she gets that prickly feeling on the back of her neck again. And it feels like there's a wind that is and isn't there, that's tugging and pushing at her ever so lightly, flicking her hair, like it's trying to urge her somewhere specific.
You could use your words.
No, just kidding. No, there's no words or anything. Just the
she
sensation.
like stands still at this when she says that. Kind of
And
just offering the space.
It picks up just a little bit, tugs at her sleeves, tugs at her, is she wearing pants or a skirt or?
She's wearing
I'm assuming pants. Yeah, okay. Tugs at the cuffs of her pants. All just minor interactions.
Also, I would like to redact, she is wearing platforms. That's more her style.
Okay. So.
She's just aware of it the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
She knows
this
it
or just going back to her.
She's gonna follow it.
Okay. Perfect. Then we'll get back to you.
Okay.
3 people left.
Of course
Zane.
she's gonna follow it.
Yeah.
All right.
You have been doing your best for your community for a while now. And people know that and people respect that. At least the people of your community respect that. A lot of the times it had to be you sort of going it alone because those who are trying to look out for the less fortunate, in the, lower class, the working poor, are stretched thin in Murleyfield because there's a lot of that and not a lot of support offered by City Hall and even, governmental support, Social Security, things like that, are pretty stressed. And usually they prioritize, the elderly, women with children, the most at risk. But recently, some of your people are vanishing without a trace. No notes left, no, big fights preceding them, no huge debts that they would maybe leave town to escape from. It's people who have their roots here and for better or for worse would not leave without letting people know, especially you, but also friends. Some of them have families. There's no commonality between them, as in it's not all, men in their 40s or redheaded women or anything. It's just recently someone will go out to work, they'll go out to get groceries, they'll just go out to the bar or for a walk, and they don't come back. The police know. Well, you're not a fan of the police, understandably, or at least I would imagine so, of the police force in Burleyfield.
Not really.
People still do file reports. Admittedly, some of them only so they could, eventually collect on some insurance. But the city knows, or at least the people who are supposed to know in the city know. And all you've gotten out of them is the usual platitudes of, oh, we'll keep an eye out. There's not much we can do. They're probably a junkie, even though you know better. The usual excuses to not care and not actually look into the disappearance of somebody who, in the grand scheme of things, does not matter to them. It's been happening for about 3 weeks. The latest of which is, what was his name? Kenny Stearns, a 35-year-old husband and father of 2 who works at the lumber mill, the biggest lumber mill in town, and went to work, was seen at work, was seen leaving work, but never made it home. Nobody knows where his car is either. That was 5 days ago. But now, while you're out, actually, let's start there. What would Zane be doing of an evening if he doesn't have a fight arranged?
If he doesn't have a fight arranged or anything like that, he's to help drum up a bit of extra money. What he's usually going to be doing is going to be at the homeless camps helping people.
Okay.
He's going to be he's going to be in and among his community, doing what he can doing whatever he can, just to make people feel safe, to help them out with things, and to solve problems. Really,
People are happy to see him. They always are. They know that, he's not there to roust them or preach about how their life of sin has led them to be where they are now. He's just someone who's there to help how he can. There are kind words, plenty of offers to share a bottle, or even, for the people who don't have a lot, to share a bit of their meal because they know he's helped them get food before.
you keep what you have. It's all right.
But the feeling in the camps is nervous, more nervous than normal. There's something that they're not saying even to you, but something has everybody bunched up, buddy systeming almost. What skills would you use to try and pinpoint somebody who could maybe shed some light on it, who would maybe shed some light on it?
It's a debate between empathy and leadership for this.
I mean, either one could work.
I think you'd use his kind of standing as a leader in the community and his social presence.
Okay, yeah, give me the roll.
And I don't have anything to add, any enhancements or anything like that to add to it. So,
okay.
Oh my god, yes. So I had to click like 12 things. I only got one success.
One success. All right. So even the more talkative and intoxicated members of the homeless camp he's in, just whatever it is, it's not his business to them. And that doesn't happen often, but sometimes there are things, even in things in micro communities, that just aren't shared.
I'm sort of asking to roll again, but sort of more with empathy this time, because I'm gonna find someone that's basically like, this isn't your problem. How many times have I been there for you?
Yeah.
How many times have
we'll say you move on to another camp and we'll give you a roll here because the vibe is the same.
Okay. Still with the same presence. Just it's because he's not using it as a forceful. I know it's technically a power stat.
Yeah.
But he's using it as kind of a, like, just his presence there would be more calming.
Yeah, give it.
That gives me 2 successes.
2 successes.
I'm not doing very well tonight.
No,
I
exploded twice.
Roll, so.
Yeah. Soul used all of your dice luck with those multiple explosions. You almost get something at the second camp. Somebody starts to speak, to say, and you catch at least their before somebody else puts a hand over their mouth, and it's just like, just let it go.
Then what should I do to stay safe tonight?
Go home. Stay inside. This isn't a good night to be wandering.
Thanks for the warnings. Zane does the opposite.
Yeah, you can see my face, and there's no shot here. I get that.
Yeah. It's not. He's not trying to be rebellious. It's just he's trying to get to the bottom of it. And if they're saying these are the things you need to do to stay safe, he's going to do the exact opposite of those things.
Yep. So, in his wanderings, they take him through his usual haunts, through his usual paths, but this time he feels that little sort of spike of adrenaline when a fight is about to start, but it's not as though he is about to fight. It's like a sense that there's a fight either about to start near where he is or is already taking place, and he's just finally close enough to to know about it? How would he approach? He's got a rough idea of where it's coming from. He can almost hear the sounds of like a distant scuffle down an alleyway.
I think with that, he's going to make his way there as quickly as possible.
Okay.
He's not going to bother about being quiet either. It's
Okay.
gonna be...
Well, in that case, then he runs down the alley just in time to find the aftermath of whatever happened. He sees two people, two men, about of average height, one with brown hair, streaks of gray in it, one with kind of the fading blonde hair. Both of them look slightly older, but they are in really cleaned and well-maintained suits. One in tan, one in a sort of light burgundy. Not great, with decent-looking leather shoes. Oxfords both, black. One of them looks like the shoes might not fit him perfectly. Like they're a little big when he moves, but they are carrying somebody you know well. Sally Everson. She's in her late 20s. She doesn't have any children. She's known as something of a barfly, but she also works as a waitress at one of the local eateries, the steak burger place. They claim to be famous, but it's really just like they're one of the few places to get a decent burger in Merleyfield. She's still in her uniform, and she still seems to be alive, but she fought back against whatever they were trying to do, and they're carrying her towards what looks like a tan Toyota Corolla, also late model, also pretty well maintained.
This Zane, the thing that will definitely piss him off more than anything else is seeing his people being hurt.
Yeah.
So he's not, and he doesn't recognize the two men either, does he?
No, these aren't people that he knows. They might be people who live in the town, but they're not his people, and they're not people that he recognizes as having interacted with previously.
So Zane kind of quickly glances around just the alleyway for something. I'm going to use the word cylindrical.
Yeah, no, I get what he's looking for, and
like he just finds he's got a bit better of a swing with something, Scott.
Yeah, and it doesn't take him long. It's just the work of the moment. Somehow, he kind of feels like if he had looked there and there wasn't a battle going on, there might not have been a pipe there. There's just a feeling that it's there because he needs it.
I'll worry about why that's there later, but thank you. Whatever. He picks it up and he's going. He's going in.
Okay.
And actually, with the knack, because whenever with a knack master of weapons, I could theoretically make a. It says at the beginning of a session, choose one weapon to be your favorite weapon, and he already has a favorite weapon. When you use your favorite weapon, add a number of additional tag points to it up to your warrior calling. It does not have to be the weapon's existing profile. The sword can be made to strike at far range, for example.
We'll say it's sword enough for this. We're still feeling things out. I want to see how it plays out. Just give me one attack roll. We're gonna streamline this combat a little bit.
Please do.
Just kind of want to see.
But
yeah.
Thank you. And what exactly do I have to roll for the attack in itself? Is it just close combat and?
Well, close combat, close combat, and what would he be? Might, dexterity? Do you feel he would be more likely to use? Is he just swinging for the fences, or is he trying to hit
the way he's trying to do it? He's actually trying to create essentially like a gust of air. but with solidity behind it.
Okay.
If that makes
and
that's how he would strike
that-
at far range. So he's
yeah,
using
so
as
that
much.
would be close combat, and I would say dexterity. He's
Okay,
got to
I
aim a
was gonna
little more than
suggest-
trying to swing right through someone.
I was gonna suggest might because he's just aiming for heads. But yeah, I'll do dexterity, and then I don't need to add any additional dice, but I do add the enhancement of sword and
You
mouth,
do.
which gives me 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I am rolling for shit.
We all heard it. Oh well, yeah, that's not a great roll. So they're distracted. They're not expecting to be attacked, especially not at a distance. So Noel swings, and that gust of wind.
Dane.
That's once.
I was watching the Thursday game last night.
Nobody trolls it.
I troll it a lot. So Zane swings the pipe, and you can actually sort of see the air ripple as this sphere of compacted molecules just zips between the distance and slams into the head of the blonde attacker, and he staggers forward, bounces off the car, lets go of his victim, whose name I have already forgotten. Shirley?
So did I.
Sally.
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 Sally, she sort of flops to the ground and kind of makes a little moaning sound and starts weakly kicking at the other attacker, who looks back at in the alley, spies you, and you also notice, rather like Saul did, there are no eyes in his sockets. They're empty spaces. He blinks, and he can feel the weight of a look, an assessing look, before he picks up his co-conspirator and hustles toward the car, sans Sally.
What is it
Is
always
Zane
have
gonna
to be
do?
creepy ass weird ones? Zane puts the pipe, like just kind of tosses the pipe to the side and walks over to Sally, because that's priority number one.
Yeah. The two just sort of both look at him out of the windows for just a moment, like they're trying to memorize his face, and then pull away. Once again, not healing out exactly, but also not, sticking around and going for leisurely cruise in case he changes his mind. And they head up to the north.
And Zane also very much thinks to himself, I'm very glad that worked. Because it kind of just it was a feeling more than anything else.
Yep. Doesn't take Sally long to sort of snap out of it. She's obviously still woozy, but she sits up with his help, I'm assuming. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh well,
Hey,
came
how's
out
it
of
going?
nowhere. And she like
Do you-
him frantically pats her apron, and she's like, oh, they didn't take my money, at least.
Do you know them by any way, shape, or form, or just?
I could have sworn one of them was Fred Dawkins, but he didn't. He looked like some sort of creepy televangelist or something. He didn't look like the Fred I knew. Fred was pretty slovenly, to be honest, and he was heavier than that, but it still looked like Fred.
All right. Well, let's get you home first, and we'll worry
Yeah.
about the rest of this later.
Thank you, my
Okay.
hero.
I'm just a guy around the neighborhood.
You're the best guy around the neighborhood. And you feel your hand kind of start sliding down. She might go into a little
No.
best guy around the
I
neighborhood.
appreciate Sally, but you're not thinking straight. Maybe if you feel the same way, like in 12 hours, call me. But that's something else.
Oh right. Yeah, I'm not at my best right now. Okay. So you get her back to her place, and get her seen in, and she seems to have recovered more from the ordeal by the time she's there. Like she doesn't seem to necessarily have a concussion. Her eye pupils are the same size, the usual signs that you'd look for. And she's just like, I'm just gonna take some aspirin, put some ice on my head, and lock all my doors and windows, and then sleep. And I would tell the cops, but they don't give a shit.
No, they don't. Just be safe, Sally.
I will. Thank you again. Closes the door and goes off to do Sally things. And once that's settled, you get another feeling. Not quite the same spike of adrenaline, but more like a sensation that you are needed somewhere. That there is something that you are needed to handle. Different from some of the other sort of rescues you've done, breaking up fights and everything, but insistent.
Yeah, Zane's gonna follow that. It's not a. I don't know how fervently Zane believes in any given thing, but it's just kind of a like he trusts his instincts is what he
Yeah.
trusts.
Yeah, and this is
And if
definitely
his instincts are
changing.
telling him that something needs to be done, it's kind of almost electrical feeling.
Yep. And we'll get back to what that means to more people. Let's see. Alexandria. Sorry, Xander. I promise we'll get to you. It's how fate goes. What would Alexandria be doing on a fall evening in Murleyfield?
She's probably taken her computer to a cafe downtown to work. Okay. Because normally she's working at home, but it's a nice day. Why not go sit outside and enjoy it at least a little bit?
Yep. She ends up at Hot Buns and Beans, which is not actually a bikini bean company or anything like that. It's just they're not great at naming. And I did actually have this one planned out. I just really wanted to use it, so I'm glad somebody went to a cafe already. But it's a nice little place. Definitely, not a chain. One of those places where you can speak to the owner because they're usually working the register or making the coffee. Does she have a regular order, or is she?
It would be a dirty chai with 4 shots of espresso.
Heart failure in a cup. I like it. And the owner, Todd, immediately is just like, "Oh, it's Alex. Hey, let me get your. Do you want a cinnamon roll? We got fresh cinnamon rolls."
They sound good, but no thank you, not today.
Okay. So they whip up your order and get you your drink and let you settle. Your favorite little table area is thankfully open.
Yeah, and it is somewhere in the back so that she can see everything that's happening, but at the same time kind of not be seen.
Yeah, yep. So she's settled in, and she gets an email notification from her business email, and then a text, and then a call, all within about 10 seconds of each other.
Answers the call.
Miss Melanoe, I'm glad that I caught you. This is Randall Evans with the R&E Development Company. We've been trying to reach you. We definitely are interested in securing your services. We're looking to expand our development efforts and sort of gentrification efforts near the center of the city. And sources say that you're the best person to assist with the logistics.
I am.
Great. So, what's your costs? Like, what are we looking at? Just as sort of a ballpark, and for say 2 days of your time to start.
Yeah, she just immediately goes, I don't generally do numbers over the phone. If
Okay,
you want,
okay,
you can email my manager and see what we can do for a deal.
okay. So we did. We emailed you directly. I apologize if that was overstepping. We will reach out to your manager, and we will definitely, definitely see what we can work out. We'll get that quote. Thank you. And just hangs up. And for a little while, there's nothing else. She can just sort of do her work, and then she gets a call from her manager.
Yep, answers it.
Hey, Alex. I'm sure you know what this call is about.
Another job.
Another job. I wanted to kind of just sort of lay things out with you. They're offering twice your usual rate. They want to start tomorrow, and that's all well and good, yay money. But um, I can't actually pinpoint where that money's really coming from. R&E is a shell corporation of a shell corporation of a shell corporation linked to an offshore account, as far as I can find.
So we're looking at another scam.
That's one of the options, yes. My bigger fear is that it could be organized crime related.
Told you we don't do that.
I know. But they're very insistent, and they offered a lot of money. So I wanted to make sure that you knew, if they are legit, it could see you comfortable in being able to take that vacation you were talking about. But it's your call on whether or not you want to dip your toes in these waters.
And she takes a moment to kind of like get the vibe herself.
All right. And what role or what do you think she would do for that?
Probably empathy and cunning.
Okay, yeah, give me that role. Don't forget to add any specialties if you think they're appropriate. Any enhancements?
I was supposed to, and I never got to do that because I forgot to do my stuff.
Oh, we can work on that before next session. It's fine, as long as you have the base stats and whatnot.
Yeah. No success.
This actually
Ow!
feels, despite everything, she's got a good feeling about this one.
And she'll
Like, yep. Well, no, actually, I'm not going to say she's got a good feeling, because that would have been a critical failure.
Yeah.
So instead, we're just going to say she can't get a read on the situation just from that call and what her manager says.
Run it. If it looks bad, we'll figure out a PR angle.
Okay. Then she's going to send you the address, and just make sure that you have everything you need. By the time you get there, they'll have an idea of what permits you're going to need, who you might need to contact to buy the property from, all of that. Your manager is very good.
Yeah. And she's gonna go look at the location, but she already has like a weird feeling. The vibe is already off.
Yeah. So she goes to the location, and it's just it looks like it might have at one time been a store of some sort. In fact, she's lived there long enough to know that at one time it was basically kind of a bodega, but was shut down for multiple reasons, mostly health violations and possibly some suspicions of time, or some suspicions of criminal activity that were never proven, but was probably actually just racism in disguise. It's been shut down for a couple years at this point. It's fallen into disrepair. It's pretty clear that it's been broken into more than a few times by people looking to scrounge whatever they could get out of it, or just, kids looking for a place to hang out. Lots of graffiti and such.
I haven't heard about this place from Julie yet, right?
No, this is not a haunted location
Okay.
that she knows about. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, she'll be like, okay. Not too bad.
Juliet
Mel
goes where
Inouye.
she's drawn to.
Yeah. She hears the same voice she heard on the phone not long ago. Well, a little bit long ago. Randall Evans.
Mr. Evans.
Coming up around the corner. He's a rather dapper gentleman, 5'4", 5'5", little pencil mustache, no glasses, like the carefully sculpted eyebrows, wearing a rather neat pinstripe suit with a red power tie that doesn't exactly go with the suit itself, which is more like a Robin's, various light blue pinstripes. It's kind of odd, really, but nice shoes. Rolex on the wrist, sort of thing. And he just wanders right up with a hand out. Puts a hand out. It's like, I'm glad you decided to take the job. You were the only one we really wanted for this.
She looks at him for a very hot moment, then takes his hand and shakes it, but it is the most curt of shakes.
He has the most unpleasant sort of damp palms, chilly palms, like limp wristed handshake. Like, he looks like, the kind of businessman who knows how to shake a hand, but obviously you're more like sort of handshake. So what do you think? We're looking to do a complete renovation. We might even do just a tear down and make it into a small apartment complex.
She's just silent. And she's
Right.
letting him go and go and go.
And he pauses there when she doesn't say anything. He's like, right, we haven't actually started the job yet. That was presumptuous of me. I'm very sorry. I was just very excited that you had decided to work with us. We're really looking to have this be our foothold in Murleyville, or Murleyfield. It's Murleyfield, isn't it? Yes, Murleyfield, this lovely town, with a lot of wonderful opportunities that we are looking forward to bringing to the town. More jobs, more money, all of that. Is she going to try to read him now that she's face to face?
She will now.
Okay.
And there's a slight fume there, because this guy has given her some very massive creep. And
such a wet handshake, you'd assume amphibians in disguise.
Let's go with cunning again, because that's the only thing that makes sense. I don't have any enhancements. Holy shit, 3!
There we go. Yeah.
God damn. All right. So, yeah, that's 4 total successes. Fantastic. Yep. Everything about this man is fake. And not just in he's putting on an act, but something about him doesn't even feel like a person. You've never really encountered anything like this before.
Has Juliet encountered anything like that around her and warned her? Like
No.
This person.
No, this is something. Okay. This is something new and unique.
I can't do the fucking chat. Yeah, Alexandria is even more put off by this person. And I hate to do it. Yeah, she is putting on like her cloak of dread. 'Cause
Okay.
she's like, no, I don't like you. You have now pissed me off, and you're a fucking liar, bitch. Try me.
All right.
So it took 12 minutes for the Dom to come to the front of the room.
There you go. So
Okay, I got 1 success. No, I got 3,
3, yeah.
but I got
Yep.
2 fails.
all right. So you put on the cloak, and for a moment it does feel like it works. That at least it kind of puts his hackles up and causes him to kind of lean away from you, even put a step back. But then actually I should do a quick roll for this. Yeah, then you feel like he sort of drops the act since you're not fooled, but he's also not off put enough by what you've done. The almost manic plastic smile falls away. The sort of jittery, too much energy, way too interested in convincing you of something. And yeah, his eyes, for just a moment, you're not even sure you totally saw it, but for just a moment, it looks like he doesn't have any eyes.
Okay.
He blinks and they're empty sockets, and then he blinks again and he's like, I do hope you're not changing your mind. We would really like your assistance in this project. We are willing to take it up to 3 times your usual rate.
She's gonna keep it up and keep up the demeanor. But the minute she's seeing Juliet or Xander, the panic is coming out. Half up front, half when it's over.
Fantastic. And once again, the whole mask comes right back on. It's like, we'll have that money wired over to you very shortly. We'll have the first half, and then we will expect to see you tomorrow.
I don't
Tomorrow
work
morning?
on site.
Then how do you do your job?
Proprietary secret.
Proprietary secret. All right. Well, as long as we feel that we're getting our money's worth, I suppose we could accept that, but we'd really prefer to have you on site for your expertise, live in the moment. Maybe you'll change your mind. And then he says, until later. And just turns and wanders off around the corner.
Yeah, she is getting right back into her car and locking the door, sending a text to Juliet of like, yeah, she doesn't send her normal text. It's not, she doesn't use her normal stuff. It's just a coffee ? 911.
Juliet, even when you get back to town, you don't get the text.
Oh no!
Instead, Alexandria, but Alexandria, you don't know that. Instead, you get a text back that says, meet me at the bookstore.
Oh,
Yep, she'll head there.
I feel like Juliet has never asked her to meet her at the bookstore.
No!
No,
It's like
Juliet has
either
never.
the cafe or the flower shop usually. But also the flower shop is under where Juliet lives. Like it's her flower shop.
Yep. The bookstore is a well-known one. It's kind of a local institution, tomes and treaties. So it's not like she's being asked to, go to an abandoned warehouse. But she just gets the text back, yeah, meet me at Tomes and Treaties.
Yep, and seeing it's from Juliet, she'll absolutely trust it and go.
But it's not,
all right.
though.
Xander! What would Xander be doing?
What would he be doing on like a nice crisp fall night?
Yeah.
So if he's able to be there, you said there's like, a couple of abandoned sawmills, right? With like a bunch of trees and like logs that just have been kind of put to the side.
Yeah, there's a couple lumber mills that are either abandoned or just only used once in a blue moon. Most of them have logs, planks, piles of branches and things. They're not exactly overgrown, but there's plenty of plant matter available.
Well, I kind of added my own because we got a whole bunch of mushrooms that I'm tending to because it's about time for harvest.
Fantastic. What kind of mushrooms?
I'll admit, my mycology ain't the best.
Okay. Well, then we'll just say wonderful
They're
edible mushrooms.
variety. It's
Yeah.
I
whatever
can say
grows
that
in the area.
lovely grown log mushrooms are shiitake oftentimes as well.
Okay, so
Yeah,
mostly
we can roll
shiitake
with
or some.
shiitake.
All right. So you've got a little crop going, possibly a number of crops going. And he's out tending one of them.
Yeah, just tending one of them. The lurker's already gone for the day, at least for the nearby ones. They won't notice me too much.
They will not. So he tends a plot. Nothing terribly out of the ordinary there. But when he goes to his next plot, so I'm sure he's got things spread out in multiple areas. The next plot, he finds not exactly a body surrounded by his mushrooms. He finds a skin.
A
It
loose
looks like
skin?
an empty human skin,
Ooh,
kind of tucked
yummy.
under a pile of logs where his mushrooms are growing. In fact, some of them have probably already started to spore on it. And it looks like it's been hollowed out expertly. There's nothing inside. It almost like he could almost slip inside it himself. I don't suggest he do so, but he could. And I'm not going to kill his shine if that's what he wants to do.
I mean,
Don't
the mushrooms want
disrespect
it, not me. It's fine. They can have it. But at the same time, something skinned itself and put itself in my mushroom garden.
It did. Now, what skills would he use to detect something creeping up on him? Does he have a set that I'm sure he does if he goes out into the forest a lot, if only to make sure he's not, running face first into a hungry and inquisitive bear. But
I mean, realistic, that just kind of follows into survival.
okay.
As we kind of said, like he's kind of using that similar, is something creeping up on me or are these kind of seeing me through the forest?
All right, yeah, give me the roll.
The question is, what are the attributes? Probably I'd probably say survival composure is what I'm thinking.
All right, yeah, I can see that. He's trying to stay calm and not let on that he knows, but he's being snuck up on or feels like it.
See, you're trying to survive, but also like if I panic, it gets worse.
It does get worse.
And it's not an additional die, but it's if it falls under one of your.
It's one success per enhancement, one free success.
So I would have an enhancement because it falls under the forest exploration. We'd say.
Yeah, I
Or
would allow
say-
in this instance.
Cool.
It doesn't help if you get 0 successes, but as long as you get at least
How does
one.
5 successes find this challenge?
Okay, 5 successes expertly finds this challenge, and also once again says "screw you, Scarred." With all of these fantastic rolls for everybody else, he can hear something sort of slithering up over one of the walls surrounding this place, kind of up over the fence. It sounds large and heavy and disturbingly squelchy as it moves.
Towards or away?
That is the question.
That is in fact a question.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming towards.
Okay.
Like coming directly towards her. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about whether Xander should go towards her or away.
No,
like,
no,
well,
that was a. If it's coming towards me, there's an answer. If it's going away from me, it's a different answer.
No, this one's definitely coming towards you, or at least coming towards your location.
In that case, it's get the big mushroom for dinner and we're running.
Okay. All right, so you harvest the big mushroom, and it is like bigger than normal. It's about the same color. Nothing really looks off about it. It just looks like, for whatever reason, this one has grown exceptionally well compared to others, like some of the others you could harvest. So you grab your mushroom, you hightail it out of there, and as you're leaving, you hear a big thump behind you. Kind of a moist, heavy body sound. And some dragging and odd shuffling noises. Sounds kind of like somebody trying to get into clothes, if those clothes were leather.
Sorry. I love it here. I just figured I'd leave myself unmuted because I will forget to unmute.
It's good. It's
That's
the.
fine, sorry.
He's gonna go towards the edge of the lumber mill and kind of glance back towards the pile.
Okay, is he trying to be stealthy at all, or he's just looking and going?
I would say trying to get a beat on the situation still. So it's I don't know if I should go to the other side of town or if it's safe to resume.
What he sees is, it looks kind of like if somebody grafted rudimentary arms, humanoid arms and legs onto a leech that is bleeding. And that is wedging itself arm, trying to pull the head over, like it's climbing into the skin.
Oh, that skin's covered in mushroom parts too, so that's gonna be terrifying in a couple of weeks.
It does like stop once or twice to sort of itch, like scratch at places. Not necessarily like anything's really really growing in it yet, of course, or anything, but just that it feels something is off with the skin.
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure the mushrooms are gonna love you too, bud.
Does he actually say that?
I mean, I'm also talking to the mushrooms.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that the Everfull pause is just the Nick pause.
Just
Just skin differently.
Yeah.
Hey, the other thing's get the thing and get on a skin.
Yeah,
That is
reskin
true.
just changed definition, didn't it?
Yeah. That was cool
Right,
as
Nick's been
shit,
getting the skin
Kyle.
suit.
That was cool as
Thank
shit.
you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I fucked up some
mushroom in
really
his-
fucked up shit I'm learning.
Oh, I'm happy to be part of dark awakenings in people. It's one of my callings in life.
This wasn't an awakening. It's always been
Yeah,
in
that's
me.
fair.
Did we have
That's
a content warning for the show before we started?
Now we're building one this session.
Yeah,
We're figuring it
Actually,
out.
tone this session.
The entire channel has a adult appropriate only warning on it.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
I
still.
Primarily for violence and gore. So far we're covered.
Yippee.
But an actual content warning for leeches, yeah, there you go. Done.
There you go.
Slightly too late. Content warning may contain giant leeches.
May contain.
Content warning. Gross.
The mushroom in your hand speaks up at this moment. And in an odd sort of off-tempo chorus, because mushrooms are generally a colony, the voice says, "You should go. You should go now. Don't let it see you.
You know what?
Take us to the tome and treatise. Go to the bookstore."
That a mushroom's telling me to go to a bookstore. Fine.
Yeah.
I love it here. Anything
I'm
question.
can
definitely
happen.
not
Fun guy,
eating you
yeah.
because you're definitely going to have something psychedelic going on.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that.
You're the one that started talking to me.
I'm trying to help here, but we'll talk about it later. You should just go
Oh,
to the bookstore.
we got a ways to go.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Okay. So you run and you don't get the feeling that the being really noticed you. It seemed far more focused on getting back into the skin. So is he running? Does he have a car? I think you said he doesn't really like
No, we're just
modern
running.
vehicles. Or okay, so it'll take you a while, but you do eventually. You don't see any other leech people on the way, so bonus.
I mean, with that in mind, have I seen another leech person?
No, this is the
Okay, just
first
wanna make
one
sure.
that you've
Oh,
seen. Yeah.
And you haven't seen this one in a suit, right? This one was just putting on the skin, not yet the bad suit and,
Yep.
and the fancy shoes. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
straight
don't
up.
know the super shoes.
I'm still trying to figure out where they're getting an endless supply of Toyota Corollas. But
May I ask a question? Was the skin suit in clothes or no? Was the skin suit wearing clothes? Also, your mic's not picking up right now, bud.
It's you. You're muted, apparently.
Fate is fooling with you. Oh.
It seems we are the Fate Weavers now.
It happened all of an instant, like you tapped a button somewhere.
Whoa, the sun.
Wow.
The sun has found Bat Kyle.
Yes.
I'd love it to be an issue on my end, because that I could figure out, but it's not.
No, the rest of us are coming through, right? So
I hope so. It looks like you are.
we're not getting told by chat that we're missing anything.
Let's
so.
see.
No, I'm quite enjoying what chat just said, though.
Oh no, the field mushroom was full dangle.
You know in Dispatch where you see Toxic's dick just hanging? I feel like that's the
Oh my god!
cool dick.
Yep. mhm.
There we go. I have no idea what just happened there. I'm
You're
sorry.
back!
I'm glad you're having a good time.
It's all good.
It's okay,
Yep.
we kept them entertained.
We made
Yep.
dick jokes the entire time, so you're all good.
Perfect. I feel represented. It's
We
great.
set the tone.
Yeah.
And
But the
As
Oddly,
it were.
oddly, all of you arrive at
Can I ask
about the same
the
time.
ghost a question before we get there?
Yeah, what's the question?
I feel like she would just as they were walking. Just go, were you the one who killed that guy? 2 tugs for yes, 1 tug for no.
One tug.
Okay. As she just keeps going. She wanted to know.
Xander did not see the skin in clothes. That's what I was saying.
Cool.
There were no clothes with it. Just this.
Just
skin.
mushrooms.
Just
Just wanted to
mushrooms
make
and
sure.
skin. And like I said, all of you arrive right about the same time. The mushroom, yes. So Alex, you see Juliet wandering up, kind of as you probably expected her to, but you also see your brother. You see somebody, some part of you says you might have met before, but you really can't put your finger on it. And I don't know if you would know Zane at all.
Not even slightly.
Nope.
Yeah, completely
Juliet would,
different
though.
socioeconomic situation.
Hi!
Juliet.
Thank you. Damn it, I lost it.
She kind of just immediately looks to Alexandria and goes, "What are you doing here?"
Pulls up phone and shows her text.
Huh, I didn't get a text.
Is it there?
And she shows her phone.
There's nothing on your phone, Alexandria. What you were saying you saw is just not even on the screen.
Yeah, there's a moment of look at it. Why am I not surprised?
Now, the bookstore looks like it's closed when you all arrive, but as soon as you all do arrive, the front door opens, and standing there is someone who looks like they're kind of trying to cosplay Velma Dinkley, but they don't have the they don't have the short stack body for it. This is somebody who's definitely splendor and a little more androgynous, but they do have the sort of dark red hair, glasses, a little smattering of freckles across their cheeks, pale skin, wearing a kind of poofy sweater with the sleeves rolled up, although this one is more of a hunter green, and a skirt that just goes down to just barely above her knees. Some not very flattering cat's eye glasses, and she's clutching a big old-looking tome to her chest, something that looks like it would be like right out of a Army of Darkness movie or horror movie kind of thing. And they look at you and they're like, "Oh God, it worked! Thank God it worked! Please come in. I can explain inside."
I already hate
Juliet, I
this.
think,
Okay.
would be the first to walk in. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you walked in right as I say I already hate this, and walk in kind of after you.
All right. Is everybody else going in?
Left to his own devices, Saul will go in last and then immediately peel off to one side and start just not being visible.
Alexandria was thinking about going in last.
Okay.
And
then Solus would certainly let you. If he sees
If
you're
they're-
not moving, then I'd go in first and just fade to the side.
Yep.
If there were two waiting, Xander would have just gone in looking very confused at the mushroom.
When the blood started dropping,
And then-
sorry,
yeah, go ahead.
did any get on Juliet?
There might be a little few spatters on her legs. From
She
where
has
it
dark
fell.
pants on. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So once everybody's in, she locks the door, but not in. It's obvious it's not like one of those, "Oh, you're locked in with me now," turnkey ones. It's just a deadbolt, and she has the close sign, or they have the close sign, and they go, I didn't think that was going to work. He told me only to use it in emergencies, but right. Tea? Would anybody like tea before
What do you have?
we do this? We've got Earl Grey, we've got Thai, I've got a really nice tension tamer blend.
Earl Grey
Sold.
sounds lovely.
Solus takes out a small flask and has a small, very clearly ceremonial drink of rum. So you can see his lips moving in silent prayer as he puts it away.
I'll just have a glass of water.
Okay. Anybody else?
I guess if you're offering water, but
Yeah.
I also tend to carry my own.
So they put the book down, and there's a little, it's not like actual coffee section of the bookstore. It's more just like a little area that has a little sink and, electric kettle, and they start bustling. And as they bustle, it seems to just the process seems to calm them down a little bit. And without looking back at you all while they're prepping the tea, they say, so I'm Annabelle Hoyt, and I work here at the bookstore. But I go to the college. I'm a junior there, and I work for the owner, Carlton McKellips. The reason that you're all here, and I know this might be a lot to swallow right now, is because something has gone terribly wrong in this town. Carlton has vanished, and he's been gone for over a month. He's never been gone this long, and he told me if I think anything happened to him, to use the calling spell out of this book. And she taps on the book that she was clutching, that she'd set down on the counter, to call for help.
Juliet. She seems to move without sound. She is behind her. Goes, how'd you reach us?
I don't really know how the spell works. I just knew the steps to take. He said it would find people who could help, people who had a certain something to them that most people don't have. Um, he was training me to do what he does, which is keep the city safe from things most people don't know how to and shouldn't have to deal with. You've probably heard stories of things in the forest, dark spirits.
I saw a man die in the
certain
forest
houses.
today.
That's probably part of it, and you seem way too excited about that. But I also appreciate the enthusiasm.
She's just still kind of like off in that smile, kind of just listening.
Merlefield has always had what feels like more than its share of ghouls and goblins, of places you don't go, and fireside tales that seem a little too true. That's why he said that's why he's set up here, and that's why he's been here for a couple decades now. But like I said, about a month ago, he left to take care of something. He didn't tell me what. He left me some contact lists to try, but nobody on that list, on those lists, are responding. There's emails, I sent texts, I tried to make calls. It's like we're cut off, or something happened to all of those people. And I'm not a hunter. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very trained. I was really just starting. I've done a lot to help him look through his collection, most of which you can't see right now. It's locked away, but he knows a lot about some really terrifying things. And he's done a lot to keep the city safe from them, but he's gone now, and people are disappearing. Things are major. It feels like major things are happening, and I didn't know what else to do, so I called. Have any of you seen anything strange recently? Something you can't explain?
I did mention seeing the man die. He was pulled up to the canopy. I was in the forest. He was pulled up to the canopy. I just heard noise, and then blood started falling.
Okay, and they stop and the exorcist.
I'd say that was strange.
The rest of you?
I mean, I saw Leech put on a skin suit. Does that count?
I hate that you said that, but that definitely does count, right? They jot that down.
The homeless population seems to be disappearing at a rapid rate, and just people down on their luck.
That's not
There's
good.
no rhyme or reason at the moment. I stopped one of them.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Did you see what was taking them?
Some weird guys in suits driving a Toyota, Corolla, I think. And they don't. I don't really know if this. They don't seem to have eyes. I don't really know how much I buy into what I saw, but I saw it.
Solace
he's here now.
comes out from the racks but doesn't talk yet. Just kind of appears out of the bookshelves.
Alexandria, upon hearing, because she's kind of put herself into the shadows of one of the bookshelves and she's just been listening, arms
Mhm.
crossed. The minute she hears someone say they didn't have eyes, she immediately shifts forward.
Did you see something like that too?
I met a interesting. Don't want to call him a man because he wasn't one. I don't know what he was, but he was disgusting.
Anything that stood out to you about him that was disgusting?
His skin. I had to shake his hand, and it felt like it was continuously perspiring.
Okay.
Or just wet for some reason.
Wet. Okay. That's interesting as well.
I also caught on that something was off, and he didn't exactly become pleasant.
Okay. And unpleasant. There.
Finally,
And
after
then-
all of that, Saul says, "It's almost like music. There's still this beat to it. This is bad skin, bad suit, nice shoes, no eyes. Toyota Corolla."
Okay, so you saw that too. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to do some reading to know what exactly that is, but it's clear that something is happening here, something that could put the whole town at risk. They seem to be starting with the homeless, but whatever it is can very well quickly spiral, especially if they start running out of the homeless. Hopefully we can stop them before that comes to pass. I'd say I'm sorry to pull you all into this, but I'm trying not to start things off with a lie.
I respect
spell-
that.
Some of us are cursed anyway.
Curses? Oh, we can work on that too. We have an extensive collection of curses and ways to break curses.
Can't break mine.
Juliet is just gonna walk up behind Alexandria and put her head on top of Alexandria's.
And there's this very
Just
slight demeanor change as she does, and Alexandria just kind of leans into her.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of gotta ask, how badly do you need me?
Like in game right now. Like, do you need to go?
Oh no. I'm saying that as a character in character.
Okay,
As Zane. Okay, yeah.
Oh, is that
As Zane.
okay? Just making
Sorry.
sure.
No,
Right now,
I mean, my people need me. I kind of need to be.
I needed to know, I think, who you were and what you saw. They reach into a little satchel that they're under the counter and pull out some pretty nice business cards, just with numbers printed on it and the Tomes and Treaties title at the top and their name, Annabelle Hoyt, and she kind of hands the cards out. You don't have to stay right now if you don't want to. She starts handing out the tea, but I feel like we're all going to be needed in different ways to put a stop to this, and if possible, to find Colton and what happened to him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was driving at. That's okay.
If you want to stick around, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer what I can right now. Otherwise, I'm going to take the information that you've given me and I'm going to start hitting the books to see if I can get any leads on what exactly is we're facing.
Can I borrow your phone? Just
Yeah.
And Zane just like quickly punches in his number into the phone, just hands it back.
Okay. Oh,
kind of,
Okay.
it'll be easier to reach out to me than me reach
For you
out
to
to you
reach
for
out to-
everything.
yeah.
I've got stuff.
Okay. And then they offer the phone to everyone else.
Juliet will put her number in.
Alexandria pulls out a card from her
Trading cards. Yeah.
from
I got a
her
Squirtle. What about you?
pocket.
I tap 2 islands and cast leave a voicemail. But yeah,
And gives it
they'll take the
over
card.
to
Annabelle.
because no.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll take the card and give her one of their cards. Look at Xander.
Xander just takes the card. It's going to be a minute and needs to figure this out, not in front of everybody else.
Okay.
And Juliet is trying her best to seem like warm and inviting, but instead it's just Juliet.
A little manic and
It's-
off-putting.
Yeah, a little manic, creepy, and off-putting.
There's a moment with Xander where Alexandria holds out her hand. Says nothing, just holds out her hand. You know what she's going to do.
He puts his hand in yours. He strongly debated the mushroom.
Your phone. Let me put the number in.
Hands phone.
Never will. Puts it in, gives it back. You're never gonna do it anyway.
So,
And
guess I'll
yeah,
take a card or offer a phone or take the
Solus-
phone.
Solus takes the card and says, Oshoshi will find me.
Okay. I scribble that down as well. That's something they're going to look up later.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry if the calling spell was a little odd or invasive. Like I said, I don't know exactly how it was supposed to work, just that it was my last option.
When we can find a way to get into your boss's books, I'm sure there are some that I'd love to read.
I'm sure that there are, and I will see what I can do about that. There are some of them that I would not try to access with an entire set of bank breaking tools and an acetylene torch and possibly bomb squad gear.
Are you asking for supplies?
Not yet, but I'm glad to know that you are able to provide those.
Oh, I don't know that I am. I could just try my best.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm quite resourceful.
Zane thinks to himself, I can provide those, but I'm not going to say anything for right now.
Neither does Alexandria.
Although Zane kind of gets a little buzz on his phone and just goes, I've got some. Oh, yep.
Yep. Thank you. Yep. And door unlocks and lets out anybody who wants to go. As soon as Zane leaves, they... Okay. Is anybody else staying or taking off?
I mean, I'm in no hurry to leave.
Okay. So they'll set down, tea and water for everybody and sit at one of the reading tables. They've got a couple tables set up for people to sit and read, kind of a Barnes and Noble style. If you want to sit and peruse situation, just a little more comfortable and definitely well cared for secondhand furniture. So none of it perfectly matches, but all of it seems to go with the store itself.
Does this place feel haunted at all?
No, in fact, this place almost feels like if there was an opposite of haunted, if there was a place that feels like it was just heavily not going to let anything like outside spiritual energy get involved, it's this place.
Borderline sacred.
Yep.
Juliet is gonna sit near both Alexandria and Xander and just goes, quaint.
Saul looks uncomfortable every time, or Saul Solus looks uncomfortable every time he tries to sit down, and he ends up sort of walk dancing around the place like he's walking, but every once in a while he sort of spins and drags a hand down a bookshelf. It's just there's a restlessness.
So much
Yeah.
whimsical restlessness.
Yeah. But it all flows, but it's all to a beat. Like you can almost hear the music in his head.
And he
we
feels. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And we forget about you whenever you're not within eyesight, right?
It's not that extreme, but roughly speaking, yeah. You can remember the conversation you had with me, but you'd be very hard pressed to remember me in any way, shape, or form. So anyone trying to describe you or recall the details of your interaction has to make a test to do so. If they fail, my identity is safe. Although the details of the interaction are not. So you remember the conversation, you just don't remember who you had it with.
Yeah.
I just like to imagine a lovely situation where you're going, okay, so now let's talk about a few things. And dancing person. No, they're okay. And anyways, back to the things. And
Yeah. Strangely familiar is how I kind of think of it. Like every time somebody sees him, he's sort of strangely familiar, but you couldn't put a name to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm certain I know that's more how it is. I just like to imagine a little jump every time you see some dancing person. Like just
So
disco
then-
like doing like disco or I know that's not what you'd be doing, but still.
No, I get it.
Juliet. Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Go ahead.
Alexandra?
Juliet remembers that she shot she took a Polaroid of the guy being dragged up. Can she? She would
Yes.
like to check it and see if there is anything else she can see, or if it's just motion.
It's mostly just a blur of motion. She can make out, still kind of the pants and the boots and such, but it's from what she can see, it's almost like from a little above the waist when she snapped the picture, there's just a weird sort of rubbery black skin. Just like a lip or a belt around the upper body.
Oh, okay.
But it's hard to make out, if there's any specific patterns or anything. It's weirdly blurred and distorted, but there's enough there that compared to what she remembers seeing herself, she can make that out and go kind of that. Yeah, that's a thing.
She's kind of staring at it if the twins notice. And not the twins, if the siblings notice. Sorry, wrong game. There are no twins in this game.
That's one for you too. That's
And it happens to me so much.
I'm feeling so vindicated at the moment.
Feel vindicated on your own time.
I feel like Juliet's or not Juliet. Alexandria. Alexandria absolutely is paying attention to Juliet. And seeing her demeanor change.
She's more so just like quizzical about it.
Yeah. But there's a slide in from Alexandria. Oh my god. It wasn't even her name. Annabelle wasn't even her name.
No, Annabelle
oh
Annabelle is the bookstore owner.
Mm-hmm.
The book,
So yeah.
Yep.
I think you mean Annabeth.
It was
Her
Annabeth.
name was
yeah.
Annabeth.
Annabeth in the previous game, the old
Yep.
Honest John game.
Yeah.
Good times.
Wow.
And just kind of slides over to Juliet. So, princess, what's the matter?
This is strange. This was the man that died. He was kind of dragged up, and I'm trying to figure out what this little belt is, but I can't really decipher much. I didn't see much more than him being pulled. And the blood after.
You want me to look?
You can.
Solus.
Oh, and the second Polaroid! She checks it. Did she get anything? That she took of the shadow.
Oh, no, because she took one of the shadow and then the one of the guy being eaten. And the one of the shadow, like I said, it's very blurry. It's like a blurry shadow. She caught just at the edge of her flashlight. humanoid-ish.
You unmuted at some point there. It's okay.
But yeah, so that picture is not nearly as much of a payoff as the second picture of the guy getting eaten.
She just sighs and puts it back in her pocket.
Solus takes that moment to sneak out the door. Not sneak, just walk out the door, and like just takes off running down the street again in his inimitable style. This time he's praying to Oren Mila, the god of divination, and trying to see what his future holds for him.
Okay, we'll touch on that because right now it's still pretty murky.
Yeah.
And Annabelle's just like, well, that's looks over at the picture if they're allowed to see, and it's like, oh yeah, that's the leathery stuff. I feel like I know something about it, but I don't remember what it is. I've really got to hit the books, but I just wanted you to all kind of gather and to know kind of what you're getting into. These aren't, whatever's happening here isn't the only monster in the closet, as it were. For whatever reason, Merleyfield seems to attract things, not necessarily people, because you can, as we all know, the town is not thriving these days, but it attracts things, and Carlton and some of his friends have been doing their best to make sure that normal folks aren't bothered by them. He's come back from a lot of things. He's faced some pretty nasty stuff. That's why I'm worried that, you know, he disappeared and then all of a sudden this is happening, and whatever's happening, it feels like it's intertwined, like it's all connected somehow. Like all of you with different backgrounds, different parts of the city have seen, seems like similar things, or at least disturbing things in the same evening. So
Can't be a coincidence.
No,
There's
it's
no
probably
such thing
not.
as coincidence.
No, there isn't. Fate binds us all, and it binds harder when you fight.
I'm sure everything happens for a reason. I mean, as fate would
Not
say.
Not all of it's good reasons.
No, but a reason nonetheless.
Yeah. They'll just go, all right, well, after the tea's finished and everybody sat for a bit, they'll be like, all right, I need to hit the books, and I'm sure you all need to have things to get back to. I'll reach out as soon as I know something. If you see anything else, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. It could make it easier to pinpoint things, and easier just to know what's going on with everyone. Thank you for coming, even if it was strange.
Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Why was the mushroom talking?
And
Clip
scene.
that.
Yes!
That was so fun.
That was.
That was so fun.
I'm
Oh,
glad everybody had fun.
What a first episode. That was spectacular, Kyle. Spectacular.
Thank you.
I'm going to hand it back to you, but I had to say that first. Wow.
Thank you.
Bravo.
And I thank you all for joining and being here. I was really excited with the cast that I was managed to collect.
I was really planning not to get into combat today, and then you went, well, this is happening. I'm like, God damn it.
And that's why I kind of kept combat light. I wanted to give people some chances to roll some things, just to kind of start getting a feel for how the system works and what they need to do for it, and to, you know, help start thinking on the fly about how you were going to arrange this.
I did call it, though. Zane was the only encounter where I typed into chat, I'm going to call it now, Zane punches something awful. So, yeah.
And I saw you afterwards going, I called it. I did it.
Yes, I got it. Yep. There was violence. I'm counting that as a win. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna award everybody 3 experience. If you want to record that, just for the opening session. I don't think we achieved a lot of short-term deeds, but
Does that go into momentum?
no, there should be. There no experience.
No,
Yep,
girl.
Should be an
it's
experience.
under deeds.
What do you mean?
Yeah, experience under deeds. There's used, earned, and remaining.
I don't see it.
So 3.
Right hand side of your character sheet, underneath attributes and skills. There's health and deeds. And right at the top of deeds, above where your long term goal is. Right in that space. You might have to full screen your app to see.
Ah,
There you go. All right.
I see.
All right, so then we're gonna close this out. I want to say thank you to my players for being willing to jump into this experiment with me, and I want to thank chat for breaking Sarah multiple times and some of the other players as well. This was a fantastic experiment that I plan to keep going, and I want to thank anybody on YouTube. If you watch this and you enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. There's a lot of backlog of other games you can also watch that are just as fantastic. So plenty of stuff there to see. And if you want to like it and want to come join us, well, the Discord is one of the most wonderful places that I have found on the internet in 35 years. And yes, definitely thank you to Kevin for being the channel daddy and Discord daddy, channel father and Discord daddy. That was it. And with that, okay. Everybody who broke Sands who's in Twitch chat gets 1 XP. I'm not going to tell you what you can spend it on, but you get 1.
I broke Sands. Do I get XP?
No, that's just kind of.
Oh, just for the audience. Okay.
Yeah, it's just for the audience. Yeah.
Yeah, you get to break her in game. That's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a treat in of itself.
I'm going to close this out with kind of the usual 30-20 ending. The world is a kind of a dark and scary place right now, and times are tough for everyone across the board. If you have the energy, be kind. And if you don't have the energy, at least be nice to yourself, be nice to others. Don't put harm out into the world, even if you can't do a lot of good. And with that, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh,
Good night,
fuck off. That's
y'all.
me.
Yep, that's you.